Hello everyone. So we are needing to obviously rescue this poor little thing. How do I turn that
Okay,
light
so
off?
I know what you're thinking. Why on earth did I buy this? And honestly, I'm still kind of justifying it. Sometimes you just never know what can and can't be saved. There was another white one there, but just in bud, and I thought, what if it doesn't really bloom white? These reminded me of my birthday violets, so I was trying to get another white one. The only other two colors that were there, I already had duplicates of anyway from that whole situation. Plus, I'm always kind of hopeful that I can save a poor, helpless plant. But knowing the fate of her, I just hope I have some good karma coming my way for taking the sick one and leaving the really healthy ones for someone else who may or may not know what they're doing.
Who these are by? These actually remind me of my birthday African violets. It was the white one, and I probably shouldn't have got it. It probably wasn't smart of me to get it. It doesn't really say who it came from. Rocket Farms. Well, we kind of need to discuss Rocket Farms, how exactly to take care of these things. Either that or we need to ship them better, or ship them at a different time. um, the other ones, there was like a purple one, a red one, and another white one that was in bud, but it wasn't like, like this. Um, I was gonna take the other one, the other white one, but I don't know why I keep picking up like half dead, needing help. I don't know if it's just I want to fix them, or, and in some ways I was kind of afraid that if I got the one that I thought was white in bud, it wouldn't actually be white. Because sometimes they can like change on you, or they look one way when they're in bud, but when they bloom, they're completely something else. So we're clearly going to rescue this poor thing. Hopefully, I can bring it back to life, and it could spring back to life like this. This is actually one of my birthday African violets, and it's actually one of the originals because it doesn't have the tape on it, and it's actually got a bloom on it. It's got a sucker on it. I left that on simply because I wasn't sure if this was going to last, but let's see. I think I have actually another one over here. I think this is actually the white one, and it's doing really, really good. We might have some suckers starting to form. Some people might not agree with, suckers being on it. And I'll just throw this out there that I'm pretty sure you're probably supposed to get rid of the suckers because it draws, it sucks the life out of the main plant. But one, I was kind of afraid that like I would lose this because it did not look like this. It did not look like this. If I can find it, I'll try to screenshot like a photo because usually I never have space on my. Let me put this down so it doesn't move. I normally don't have space on my devices, so I usually have to like delete all of my videos. So I have to screenshot a lot of my stuff. So this was not this big, trust me. Um, so yeah, we are going to crack this baby open and see what's going on. I have no idea how I might go about fixing this. It's just as much as a surprise as it is for you, so she might be beyond fixing. I don't really know. I'll put this in that. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I did come home and put it in like on a piece of on some paper towel. I should have put it on what I normally put it on, which is newspapers, but you know, taking all the buds off. This is what you're supposed to do, which I typically have a very hard time doing this. But they're kind of all floppy and really not going to give me anything anyway. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe it just got too wet. And it's just not, or it's cold damage. The leaves are, I think, dark, so it kind of doesn't help. Okay, so this is not as like awful as I was like expecting it to be. Like, not awful at all. Not that I want to really dig too far down here, because I don't want to give it too much more trauma than what it already clearly is in, but sometimes you just gotta really see what's going on. And I might lose this. I don't really quite know. I'm kind of like sad. I've been repotting like my original plants in a different soil because I hated the soil that it's in. And I've got them in a container, like, well, you can't see, but there's a container below that I have a lot of my originals planted in. And I lost one. I have no idea what it is actually. It's not labeled, but I can't quite tell. And I'm kind of like, you know, bummed, but like, it happens. Take you off without taking a leaf off, which I'm just gonna leave them on and hope that whatever perks up, and whatever doesn't. I guess I kind of take like a different approach to this than most people would, or what you would find on different videos. I'm sure someone would have taken all those off and done this and done that. I guess I just kind of learn with everybody else. I'm taking you off. So sorry. Yeah, that still looks pretty darn sad. I am going to repot it in the same pot. I probably won't clean it out, which I probably should, but it's one of those don't do as I do as I say. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like, it doesn't really look all that terrible. Like, the roots don't look too bad. I think it just got too wet, and it might have just got too cold. Plus, it was down at the other end of Walmart, I'm sure that's probably got to go because it looks kind of bad from underneath. They all kind of do, but so we are going to repot this in my soil and not this whatever this cruddy mess is. I hate this mess. I wish they would like really think of how they should pot these for, you know, because I mean, if you're buying one of these things like this is why people think these are very hard to take care of, because you buy them thinking, oh, it'll spruce up, I can just water it or something, and no, not when it already comes like this. But anyway, let me see, because I got stuff everywhere. So because there's holes in the bottom of this, and my perlite probably would fall all the way through that, plus the dirt, I like to take a coffee filter and just kind of make like a faux bottom to it, just so it kind of prevents all that from just flooding out. Sometimes I use I'm not really quite sure what it's called, but use it for like your screened front door. Like if you have a door that's screened in, you just use that. But I'm not going to go dig through the closet because, oh sorry, not in focus, just because it would be a pain, and then I would have to explain why I'm digging around in the closet, and I don't want to do that. But most people in this house know that I do weird things anyway, so I do. out some of my pre-mixed dirt. This is like 1 cup perlite, or not 1 cup, 1 little scoopy of, I can't think all of a sudden, not perlite. Actually, there's like 2 cups of perlite with 1 cup of just regular Miracle-Gro soil and 1 cup of sphagnum peat moss mixed together. I do kind of add like a few more perlite at the end of it. That's how I roll. That's just the mix I'm kind of trying out right now. It's just what I'm doing, because I think I've had just about like 4 different kinds of mixes in all of this, to be honest. Not that you need to see my like giant bucket, but I'm kind of at the end of my dirt here. I do apologize. I'm kind of like throwing this video together like last minute. This is kind of like the time I'm supposed to be like getting up, working out. But I wanted to like save this before it got worse. Sorry if I'm not in camera. There's not really an easy way of repotting a very small African violet. So I'm just taking what I can and boating it in there. And then kind of replacing it back in there a little bit gently without screwing it up, which I just tried doing. So sometimes don't make the same mistakes I do. Which I do sometimes, like, do things it's like, really, Heather? Why did you do that? Like, why? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it like this. It kind of needs some watering, and I think I'm actually going to dome it and hope it perks up. Hope, cross our fingers. So yeah, we are going to actually do the same thing we did with this. Put it between 2 cups once I put some water in it, and then just kind of check it daily, because to me doming is very you need to be careful, because if your soil is too wet and it gets too wet, it's just going to rot. I kind of like to enclose it, but like leave it slightly open, and then for like maybe a day or so, and then I'll close it and just kind of really check, you know, check to see how the leaves are doing, that sort of thing. Because for me, a lot of my African violets, like some like it like really really wet while some don't, so it can be kind of hard to just kind of figure out what it really really likes. And right now it's really not liking just about anything, so we kind of need to like really really be checking on that. So anyway, that is everything. We are going to check back into this, and hopefully she is still living. And if not, we'll just add it to our others that sadly just did not make it. Thanks for watching.